Hello everybody, how are you doing? It is Sunday. I'd like to say morning, but it's a little closer to afternoon. I'm out in the shop. I installed a TV this morning. I think I mentioned yesterday that I was going to do that for my son, and it took a little longer than I expected because the mount, when we bought the TV, it listed this mount as the proper mount to hang it on the wall. So we purchased the mount, and I put the mount on the wall, right? And then I put the little screws in the back of the TV, and I hung it on the mount. And of course it's 8 inches from side to side, fit perfectly. It hung right there nice, tightened them all down, and I went to put the second set of screws in, and they are at 8 inches down. It's like a perfect square. And then his TV is only at 4 inches down. So had a little bit of an issue there. Could not, if you pull the TV away from the wall and you use the bottom of the TV, it's obviously going to pull away from the mount, which puts torque on those upper two screws, and they're just plastic, they'll break out. So I ended up taking some small black L brackets and I bent them flat on or with my vise, and then I used some of the spacers and the screws that came with the mount, and because it was about this far off the screw, where the screw goes in was about this far off the mount. So I just put that right across there, tightened it down. It's nice and tight now, and I think he'll be in good shape. So I'm real happy with that. Today I came out and the first thing I did was I started to look at this and think about working on this, and I realized I've got to put some time in on the lathe. I need to test out my new camera mount. I want to turn that pin over there and just get myself back into the swing of turning pins. So I'm going to migrate to the lathe. First I'm going to take a look at my my heater because it doesn't seem to be burning that well, but we'll get the heater cranked up and then we're going to hit the lathe. I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. I just want to show you guys that I just destroyed my first blank. Right there, you see that crack? It's to the right of that little shiny mark. Right there, we're on it. And then on this side, see that right there? Cracked out. You can see the brass tube. Totally my fault. That blank was a tough turn, so losing it really stunk. My CA glue has set since March. It's 10 months old. Both my medium and my thin. I had to refinish that pin 3 times to finally get it right. I had so much issue, I had to sand it back down and refinish. It was a nightmare. I finally got it looking good. I went to press it together, and I went from the lathe to the press without doing my protocol, which is check the tube, use a file to clean any glue out of it that might get into it. I finished it 3 times. It had 3 opportunities for glue to get into that blank, and I didn't finish it out. And the other thing is, I have a barrel trimmer, or not a barrel trimmer. Well, yeah, a barrel trimmer. And I should have, a reamer, and I should have reamed the tube before I went to put it together. I did not do that because there was debris in the tube. When the part pressed in, it had to also compensate for that debris, which caused it to de-shape or deform the brass tube. And when the brass tube got stretched beyond the capacity that it's meant to stretch to, the wood is so thin, it just cracked. So I've lost that blank. There's no fixing it. If I had just busted the end off the blank, I could take it off and put more wood on there, another type of wood. But the problem is I've deformed the tube. And with a deformed tube, it's just never going to be right. So yeah, I'm really not happy about that, but it is what it is, and it just goes to show that none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. This was a good exercise for me. My first pin back from start to finish. I'm really happy about how it went. I was really nervous about the turning portion of it, but man, oh man, I just jumped right back into the saddle, had no issues, super excited with the turn. I'm debating on whether to show that video or not because, quite honestly, it's nothing but problems, and I don't know if it'll be interesting as a video, right? I may put it out, I may not. We'll take a look at it. But I'm going to go choose another blank off the old maker cart, and we're going to shoot another one. So hopefully I'll be able to put at least one video together for you guys in the very near future. Hey guys, I'm happy to say that I turned a Taylor Murfield gunmetal rollerball pin today. That is a true stone blank. I was super nervous about turning it. because I've heard lots of horror stories. But I used a skew and it just peeled off of there in nice little slivers and turned into a gorgeous, gorgeous pin. I put a close-up photo of it out on my Instagram, and I did record it. I had started recording this when I began making this. This was one of the pin kits that I asked you guys to choose a blank for, and this is the blank you chose. And I started this quite a while back, so you will see a video on this when I get it edited. I've got to do some editing, which may take me a little while, but I'll get there. So you guys got a video coming pretty soon. That's pretty much it for me. I need to get in the house. We record the podcast in 45 minutes. I got to get ready for that. So I'm calling it quits in the shop. Have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you again very, very soon.